after we've connected our Bluetooth, we can start coding our ArtBot. The first thing we're going to have to do is click the connect button. After clicking that, click COM3. A and B should light up, indicating that we have access to motors A and B on our ArtBot. Now let's write our controls. First, let's establish a reset button. Let's make it the space key. We go to events and drag when space key pressed. In order to control both our motors, we need to have two separate variables. Let's go to data, click make a variable, and let's call them speed 1 and speed 2. When we reset our speeds, both the variables should be set to 0. So let's drag the set speed commands, and let's change the first one to speed 1 and the second one to speed 2. Alone, these variables do nothing. We need to send a command to both the DC motors. Let's go to bitbrick and drag DC motor port velocity. We're going to change motors A and B. If A and B do not show up, that means you haven't properly connected your Bluetooth. So go back and try doing that again. We don't want the velocity to be 100, so let's go back to data and drag speed 1 to motor A and speed 2 to motor B. From here on out, we've established that speed 1 will control DC motor A and speed 2 will control DC motor B. So we've made our reset button. But alone, that doesn't move our wheels. So we need to start making commands to move them. Let's go back to events and drag when key pressed and change it to up arrow. Go back to data and drag change speed. Let's change the variable to speed 1 and set the number to 5. Remember, every time we change our speed, we also have to change the DC motor velocity. So drag DC motor port velocity, change it to A, and put speed 1 into the variable. You can start testing now. When you click the up arrow, the motor velocity is set to 5 and should start moving slowly. To speed it up, hold down the up arrow. And to stop the wheel, click the spacebar. Now that we know how to control our wheels, let's take all 4 arrow keys. Drag 3 more events. Change them to right arrow, left arrow, and down arrow. For the left and right keys, we're going to change speed 2 instead. The down arrow should be the opposite of the up arrow, so it's going to change speed 1, and the number is going to be -5. And for the left arrow, we're going to set the speed to -5 to make it opposite of the right arrow. Now all we have to do is add the DC motor velocity, change the down arrow to A, the right and left arrow to B, and the corresponding speeds. Speed 1 to down, and speed 2 to right and left. You can start testing the different arrow keys on your wheels. When you click right arrow, DC motor 2 will start turning. And when you click left arrow, it'll eventually start turning the other way. Now flip over your bot, and you're ready to start moving. Congratulations, you've completed the Make a Boom ArtBot.